Tip number 1. Ahri's Flash Charm is one of the basic abilities that you learn to make yourself stand out among the other Ahris. Typically, Charm is a slow-moving projectile that's easy to dodge. So one way to put yourself into a better position to take advantage of the enemy laner is to charm and then flash. For example, I will charm and flash. Charm and flash. This gives you the ability to stop them from juking your charm. Ahri tip number 2. By patiently waiting, you can cause your enemy laner to make mistakes. Instead of casting your abilities, you need to wait and walk the enemy laner down. When you get close enough, and when they're done trying to juke or you've figured their pattern out, then you throw your abilities. By doing this, you can easily outbest some of the better players of League of Legends. In this clip, I duel the Cassiopeia mid lane 1 versus 1. Watch what happens when I walk her down and play patiently. By patiently waiting and not immediately trying to charm her, I forced Cassiopeia a few precious seconds to line up my charm into a spot where she could not dodge it. The fight proceeded to go because she cleansed it, and unfortunately as the fight went on, I made some impatient plays and she got away. Ahri has 3 level spikes with their Q farm. She can farm at level 5, level 7, and level 9, each doing different damage to the wave and a different style of farming the wave. The main objective of Ahri's Q farm is to be able to either counter push, push, and gank, or set up a slow push. At level 5, she should be able to do 2 Qs to clear the wave. She should set up her Qs so that her first Q through lowers all the minions in the back and the front. Then she should try and farm the tank minions and set up so that she can farm both the tank and the range minions in her last and second Q. So the first Q sets up the minions. The second 2 should clean up anything she's missed. The second power spike is at level 7. She should be able to clear the back line minions with 1 auto attack and 1 Q. This helps jam the wave in case you need to go and roam. You can also set it up so that you can set up your slow push in order to take an objective or pressure a lane and go roam. The third and final power spike again is level 9. At level 9, you should be able to clear the entire back line with 1 Q. This is extremely beneficial because there's only a few other champions that can kill an entire back line with 1 ability. By being able to kill the entire black line, you can easily throw out a Q and start walking away. This will either set up a slow push if you want it, or jam the wave extremely fast by cleaning up the rest of the minions. Tip number 4. You have 2 spots that you want to be in when you're positioning against the enemy laner. As Ahri, she can easily outtrade most champions. If the enemy laner is a melee or a ranged champ, will determine where you will position in the laning phase. If it's a melee champ, you're going to want to line up with your tank minions. If it's a ranged champ, you're going to want to line up with your caster minions. The reason you lane up against the enemy laner in this position is so that you can set yourself up to do harass and be easily accessible to CS. So if it was a melee, you would try an auto and when he comes up to hit one of your minions. If it's a ranged, you want to be in the back lane, and when they come up to try and hit a minion, you can easily go up and Q them out and come back. The second most important thing about positioning your character in lane is to determine where your jungler is. This helps out tremendously, and if you're not good at tracking your enemy jungler, this will be an easy way to put yourself ahead of most of your competition until the later elos. Just by doing the simple step of staying on the same side of your jungle will allow you to be able to run to your jungle if you get ganked, or know that if his jungle's here and your jungle's here, they'll probably intercept each other before you get ganked. Tip number 5, positioning yourself as an assassin. Rather than rehash and create new gameplay, one of my favorite series on YouTube is called Leadcraft 101. It goes through steps 1 through, I think, 15, and it teaches you different aspects of the game to improve your gameplay. They've done an extremely incredible job creating a nice to easy follow video. In episode 7, on team fighting assassins, it gives you examples of where to be, when to go in, and some of the benefits of being patient and waiting before you go in to kill. Please check them out by YouTubing Leadcraft 101. If you like what you see, come visit me at twitch.tv/thesensi.